Today at FullOnDrums.com, it's all about Paiste. We're here at one of my favorite places in the world, Paiste Cymbals. And joining us today is Artist Relations Manager and Cymbal Guru, Andrew Shreve.
Well, today we're going to go into the showroom and we're going to review a number of different sizes, different models, and the goal is to create ideal setups for various styles of music. So whether you're playing blues, jazz, R&B, punk, rock, metal, what we're going to do is we're going to actually pull different sizes, different models, put it together for ideal setups. Now, some of them may consist of different lines of cymbals, some of them may actually be an exclusive line of cymbals. So, a lot of good.
Man, I cannot wait. Shall we go hit some cymbals?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. We're using a minimal mic setup today with a pair of Audio-Technica 4050s in an XY configuration for overheads, an SM57 on the snare, an Audio-Technica ATM25 on the kick placed just inside the hole, and for some ambience, we have a pair of MXL V67Ns with the Omni capsules for rooms. Everything is running through the Millennia HV3D and an Apogee Rosetta 800. For starters, we're going to try a few sets for a rock recording session. Andrew, what have you chosen for rock setup number one?
Well, the first setup we're going to have is a set of giant beats, 18, 20 multi, and then the 24 ride. And then we're going to pair that with a set of 15 2002 sound edge hi-hats. Classic. I mean, all the greats have played them, and it's just a good all-around set of cymbals if you want that vintage rock sound.
Like 60s and 70s?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a good choice. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
All right, let's check these out and hear what they sound like. Okay, Andrew, for rock setup number two, what do we have?
Well, we have the Alpha 15-inch rock hats. We have a 2002 18 Power Crash. We have a signature 19 Power Crash, and then we have a 24 2002 ride. So this is an ideal setup combination if you're looking for a set of cymbals that's going to give you that extra volume, that extra push, you know, in much louder settings than the previous setup. They're made to be hit. You know, you don't want to finesse these because they'll give you that extra volume if you
Good.
really land to it.
That's what I'm going to do right now. Let's give these suckers a listen. Okay, Andrew, for rock setup three, what are we looking at?
Okay, rock setup number three, we have Alpha Metal Edge hats, 14-inch. We have an 18-inch Rude Crash ride. We have a 19 Signature Reflector Heavy Full Crash, and a 21 Alpha Groove ride. And these are made for, you know, you can use them in multiple settings in hard music, loud music, but for this, it's more of a punk pop setting that we're experimenting with. You can use a 17-inch Rude Crash ride, or you can use actually an 18 Heavy Full Crash as well. So, and like the last set, they're meant to be played loud. So,
all right, let's do it. Okay, Andrew, for our final rock setup, what do we have?
For the final rock setup, we have a pair of 20 Custom Collection 14 metal hats. We have a Rude 19 Wild Crash. We have a 2002 19 Wild Crash. And we have a 22 Signature Reflective Bell Ride, a.k.a. the Power Slave Ride, which was designed with Nico McBrain. So these are some of the most potent and loudest cymbals that you can actually use. They'll compete with any stage volume setting, and they're great under the mics. They're real aggressive pieces. So.
All right, let's put that to test. Okay, so we're gonna change gears now and go towards the lighter side with a little bit of jazz. Andrew, what do we have for jazz setup number 1?
Jazz setup number 1, we have a pair of 14 traditionals, medium light hi-hats. We have a 20 Masters Collection dark crash ride, 20-inch. We have a 22 traditionals light ride and a 22 traditionals medium light swish. Very dark, very smoky, real intimate cymbals, just great for jazz settings across the board. Big band, swing, straight ahead. Really nice combination.
Cool. Why don't you give us a taste?
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to move into a little bit of a Latin vibe. So Andrew, what do we have set up?
We have a pair of signature dark energy 14-inch light dark hats. We have an 18-inch signature mellow crash. We have the 20 Masters Collection 22-inch dark crisp ride, and then we finally have the Formula 602 20-inch medium flat ride. And this is a really nice combination of cymbals that just complement Latin settings across the board, whether you're playing samba or bossa nova. They're dynamic, they're very articulate. It's just a real nice set of cymbals that work in that setting.
All right, cool. Let's see how they sound.
All right.
Okay, Andrew, so we have another light jazz setup here. Can you tell us what we have?
Sure. We have a pair of Formula 602 14-inch medium hi-hats. And then we have a 20 Masters Collection 20-inch sweet ride, aka the Bluebird. And this was designed in collaboration with jazz legend Andre Didi Ceccarelli out of France.
He's great.
Fantastic player. And then finishing it off, we have a 20 Masters Collection 22 dark ride. And altogether, they're just a really nice set of jazz cymbals, dark, smoky, dynamic range, articulate, quite nice.
All right, cool. Why don't you lay it down for us? Okay, Andrew, so we're moving into shuffle world here with a little bit of a blues setup. Can you tell us what we have?
Sure. Well, we're actually going outside of the box here, and we have a set of 16-inch hi-hats, which consist of 2 crashes. The bottom is a Rude 16 crash ride, and the top is a Dark Energy 16 crash. And then here we have a Dark Energy 19 crash. We have a Dark Energy 22 Mark I ride, and then we finish it off with a 2002 crash. And this is a great combo because it's some bright and some dark and some really unique. So
cool. All right, lay it down.
Okay.
Okay, Andrew, so I can see for our pop rock setup, we have a few more cymbals. You want to tell me about it?
Sure. We have a 13 signature dark crisp hi-hat. We have a 17-inch signature fast crash. We have a 10-inch signature reflector splash. We have a 22-inch Masters Collection 22 crisp ride, aka Rosie, and this was designed in collaboration with the Ndugu Chancellor.
That is a beautiful ride.
It is very, very nice. And then to the right of that, we have an 18-inch signature full crash. And finally, we have an Alpha 18-inch medium Swiss crash. A great combination of cymbals for pop settings, R&B, hip hop, just mainstream. Beautiful, beautiful cymbals in the studio. They're just fabulous. They really thrive there. So.
Awesome. All right, let's hear these things.
Okay.
A big thanks to Andrew, Shreve, and Paiste for letting us invade the warehouse today. Now remember to go to fullondrums.com where you can download the full band with multi-track audio files of everything you've just heard, and check out lots of past episodes, interviews, articles, news, and reviews from around the drumosphere. So remember, until next time, keep it on 10.